We're just grabbing a coffee and then we'll tell you exactly how much we spent in Queretaro.
And also we'll tell you where we've moved on to, because we're not in Queretaro anymore. And we'll also work out, did we actually hit that budget? Because we're an early retired couple that sold everything we own to travel the world for the next 10 years.
Tracking our budget every step of the way.
And at the end of this, we've got some To Go Rome news. So stick around. This is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, that's hotter than I expected. Oh, Sarah, do you want a donut?
A donut? Where do you get donuts from?
Well, you know, when we did that order from La Comère yesterday, I snuck a couple of donuts in. So although I got donuts, for our viewers, I did order shaving foam as well, and it didn't arrive, hence why I look like this. So,
I know that.
Donuts. Yesterday's donuts, Sarah.
Oh, they've probably seen better days than, haven't they?
Let's see. Let's see. La Comère donuts from yesterday. Yeah, I'd say that's.
Yeah.
I would say I've seen better days, but
it's rock hard. That'll be right.
very nice. Get down here, Gil. Very nice. This is our breakfast. So, Sarah, don't hold our viewers in suspense any longer. Did we hit budget? Well, actually, no, what was our budget before we got started, but when we got to Queretaro?
Our daily budget was 2,511 pesos, which was a total then of 47,716 pesos for the whole trip.
Okay, and we practice fasting. So fasting...
Not that you know that donut.
well, no, it's a fair comment, but...
We do.
We practice fasting loosely. And what I mean by that is we aim to eat 2 meals a day, but we're not really draconian, Sam. You can't have your first meal till midday and then the last meal 8, something like that. We're just gonna have 2 meals a day. Benefit should be there in our physique. But also the benefit, I think, is on budget, because only eating 2 meals a day, not eating 3, reduces what our spend is. And you may be watching this thinking, oh well, I couldn't drop down to 2 meals a day. Let me tell you something interesting. When we both worked and we had jobs, eating was critical to everything that we did. And the reason for that is because it's like a punctuation mark. You get up in the morning, have some breakfast, work hard for us, doing stuff we didn't particularly enjoy, until lunchtime. It's like, oh, lunchtime, now we have another punctuation mark, we're going to eat again.
I think 11's was in the middle.
Yeah, a bit of 11's. And then you would finish work, and as a reward for the day, you'd have a nice meal in the evening. Now we're not working, food feels different to me, and that is that I don't need to eat first thing in the morning. We got stuff to do, and we'll eat when we want to eat. And what that means is naturally that's become 2 meals a day. So if you're new here, you might want to check back our earlier videos in Queretaro so you can see exactly how we were eating and how we were spending our days and what we bought at supermarkets and all that kind of stuff. So working on the basis that how long we were in Queretaro, how many days?
19 days.
So if we're there 19 days, that equates to 38 meals. So Sarah, as our CFO, Sarah is our Chief Financial Officer here at To Go Rome, I'm assuming you've done the statistics to work out how many days we ate out and how many meals we ate out. So how many meals out did we have?
We had 30 meals out of a 38 total. So that's a lot of meals out.
That's a lot. And if you saw the Airbnb we stayed in, you will see that the kitchen was good, but not really conducive to making gourmet meals. So we made a few meals at home, but I didn't
we had
realise.
some salads and
Realise
stuff.
30 out of 38.
Yeah, I know, it's surprising when you add it up. It's
Yeah,
surprising.
so
but,
you now know
how did
what
that
our budget
affect our
was.
budget?
Yes, you know how many meals we ate and ate we out. So, Sarah, did we hit budget? I pray, tell me, did we hit budget?
Wow, we did.
We did, right, okay. Little cheers to that.
I'm just going to have to consult my numbers here, but we spent 41,217 pesos, which equates to a daily average of 2,169 pesos.
So we had an underspend. What was the underspend?
The underspend was 6,499,
Which equated to
342 pesos a day.
a day underspent 342 pesos.
And that was
That's
good.
actually incredible. That's incredible,
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah.
Well done you.
Yeah, well done you.
Oh, thank you very much. Because you did go out and buy those trousers. Remember when we went to the...
We're still going down that route, are we?
Well, are
Well,
you wearing them now?
I am wearing them.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
And you bought some trainers.
Which I'm wearing
which
now.
you're wearing
Which
now.
I'm wearing now.
And you bought a man bag.
All right, let's move on. Right,
Yep.
let's move on.
So we did do some unexpected shopping. We did some big grocery shops as well. And obviously our accommodation is built into that.
Our accommodation cost was 982 pesos a night, with a total of 18,671 pesos.
Thank you, Neil.
Yeah. Well, you know, you live and learn, Sarah. So, we've done pretty good.
Yeah, we have.
Interested for our viewers, people who've been following us for a while, this isn't the first time you've been here. What do you think of that? Did you think we would achieve that? You saw what we were doing. You saw we were going out, enjoying ourselves,
All those lovely
going
meals
to lovely
and
restaurants and all
we
that
did some
kind of
cheap
stuff.
days as well. That
We
was a video as well. I had to do a cheap day in Queretaro.
I said at the beginning we'll tell you where we've moved on to. And I'm going to tell you now, where we have moved on to is, roll on the drums please, Sarah.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's so good.
Rubbish,
Do it
yeah.
again. She's so... We've moved to San Miguel de Allende. And this is considered to be one of the most expensive places in Mexico to live. If you're watching us from the United States, chances are you know San Miguel. If you're watching us from the UK, I will tell you now, you don't know San Miguel, because I didn't know anyone in the UK that knew San Miguel. So we're going to be showing you a whole range of facets of this amazing city while we're here. But Sarah, before we get there, what about budget? Are we working on the same budget here than we had in Queretaro?
No, we've built in a bit of a buffer because it's known to be an expensive place, so we have built in some costs. So our daily budget is 2,825 pesos, which equates to 146,900, as we're here for such a long time. We're actually here for 52 days.
So that number might sound large, but Sarah said we had a buffer on. What we actually do is we use a number of online resources such as Numbeo and Nomad List and various other things, and Airbnb, and we augment that with our own homemade spreadsheets. Not going to go into detail here. If you're interested in what that is, then there's a video that I'll link to up here that you can see, but that's more about detail, so we don't really want to get into detail today. So that budget is a realistic budget for San Miguel.
Yeah, it's actually 314 pesos on top of what we had in Queretaro.
Yeah.
So.
And although we were underspent in Queretaro, this is a more expensive place to be.
And we've got friends here.
Yeah.
So inevitably there's going to be going out for dinner.
I'm going to be paying for my own birthday party here. I'm paying for my own birthday party. What happened there? Anyway, so if you're in Queretaro, or you know Queretaro, you've heard the budget. Reasonable? What do you reckon? So, Sarah, why don't you tell them what we're going to be doing while we're here in Queretaro?
Well, we'll be going out quite a bit in SMA. As I say, we've got friends here, so we'll be going to all sorts of restaurants. There'll be some top-end ones, there'll be some cheaper ones. We'll be doing some cheap days out. and we'll be obviously tracking all of our costs and budget along the whole way.
And we'll be showing you our favourite things and places in San Miguel, and we'll also show you one or two we're not so keen on. We've been here for a few days now, so we've come up with a pretty reasonable list, I think.
So why don't you subscribe and come along with us on the journey? This is going to be special.
Yeah, and also, just on a serious note for a moment, we've been in Mexico now for a couple of months, and the news that we're seeing with regard to COVID here is not positive. Things seem to be going in the wrong direction. So the fact that we saved some money in Queretaro, I'm pretty pleased about, because we may well need that as we pivot going forward. We're planning, we're replanning. We spent a couple of days in front of the laptop looking at what our options are and maybe changing some of our plans. So this isn't going to be all a bed of roses as we go through. We got some challenges as we work our way through. And at the start of this video, I said we've got some To Go Rome news. And that news is that we've, as I say, been here for a couple of months, and as we got here we had so much content, because if you knew us before we got to Mexico, we were sat in Sarah's mum's back bedroom, or my mum and dad's bedroom, telling you we're going to be travelling, we're going to be doing this. So the minute we got on the road, our overexcitement meant that we upped the number of videos we were doing to 2 a week, because we just were bursting with information to get out there. But what we really want to do is get quality for you, our viewers. So we're reducing down from 2 videos a week down to 1 video a week, and that video will be coming to you every Saturday. So if you're not new here and you've seen our previous work, what is it you've liked and what is it you didn't like, so that we can hone the content for what you want. We definitely want it to be cost of living based, because we want to help people as they're travelling to see can they do it on the budget that they've got. So we want it to be cost of living based. But what specific things did you like?
So thanks for joining us today. We hope you can see how excited we are for being in SMA.
And if you're new here, then I think the video just up here would be a perfect one for you to watch. If you're not new here, did you know that I used to be absolutely terrified of money until I became my own superhero? And if you want to see what that's all about, I recommend you watch this video. But you've been watching To Go Rome. We'll see you next time. Bye.